What is up, people? I hope all of you are doing fine, and welcome to the original Bagmane from Chikmagalur. We are at this homestay in Chikmagalur called Totimani. The interesting bit about this house is that it's almost 250 years old, and the good thing is that they have minimum renovation done, so it still feels, looks like a very old house. And if you want that real authentic feel of how life used to be about 100 years back, you should definitely come here. Most of the stuff that they use here, the furniture, the vessels that they're using for cooking, the beds that they have in the bedrooms, including the pillars that they have here, all of it is pretty much what they had back then. Absolutely no traces of modern equipment, maybe here and there where it's absolutely required.
Totimani in Kannada means the courtyard house, right? And the courtyard house is very typical of Indian house construction in villages. So up north you have something called as an angan or a chowki. So the equivalent of that in Karnataka is the Totimani. The idea is that the entire house is built around the courtyard structure, and you have these passages or corridors which kind of connect these different rooms. So that's where the circulation happens. So you might find people sitting around the courtyard, playing games, talking, socializing. So that is like a common space. And then that leads off into different sections of the house. So you might have rooms, you might have the kitchens in the back, and that's how the traditional construction goes. This was also done so that during the rains, the water gets collected in this totti area. This house, again, it's built with a lot of natural materials. You can see there's like large wooden pillars holding the structure together. You have like red oxide floors or mud tiling, and that keeps the house cool during the day, even though outside it's very warm. You also have these wooden rafters and the mangalore tiles, which keep the house cool. So we are in the kitchen area of this heritage home, and as you can see, the cooking happens on a wooden stove. So this is where they store the firewood that they then use to light up this fire. Wow.
The flooring is all mud.
Yes.
And that's the reason on the ground floor, no matter how hot it is outside, indoors is always cool. Gap in the roofing there, where
The skylight.
where the skylight is just going directly into the kitchen. This is a fish net.
Oh wow. ಏನಿಂದ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು?
ತೆಂಗಿನ ಕಡ್ಡಿ.
You'll have to come here to get the complete package. Even the cobweb feels aesthetic in a place like this.
a chili, bird eye chili or jirge mensu. So you can see how tiny it is. It's so potent. One bite will have you in tears.
Go for it.
Okay. I need some water. It's like your entire mouth is on fire. Your tongue is on fire.
My eyes are watering already.
It smells so good.
Hey, the lunch's about to begin, and we're being served on these copper, brass plates. Each of these weigh about like a kilogram. We also have these brass glasses which are about 50 grams each. It's going to be a special meal. Man, these are so thin. So we have these rice flour rotis. Akki roti is what we call it in Bangalore or in Canada. And egg curry, an authentic, local egg curry. I feel like I'm repeating myself every single time I have this, and it's good because it's really that good. Everything out here. All of this is just organic. Everything, including ginger garlic paste, has been home cooked. All the masalas are home cooked.
That good, huh? Making all those happy noises. This is the avekai tondikai palya.
Sorry, I'm so focused on my food. I'm not able to.
Okay, we will eat then and then we'll talk. This thing that we see here is called marghe. It's made of wood, and basically this is a device in which you will make the dough.
Knead the dough.
Knead the dough.
Yeah.
This is a laundry basket from back in the age, and these are what rasam and sambar used to be served in. This kitchen implement, which is basically used to make buttermilk, and when you have like a gathering of 100 plus people, you have to knead a lot of dough. So they would basically put all the dough in this and then just move this around. All of this is over 150, 200 years old. So this is called Shavke Mani. If you've eaten the vermicelli, the Shavke bath, basically how they used to make it is, if you can see, there is a space in which you put the rice, and you basically put this like this.
There is a groove.
There's a groove, and underneath, as you press it, the shavke comes out. So it's fascinating. So look at these beautiful tiny containers. All of them. I think, what is the age of this? How old are these? 200 years old.
But 150.
The only difference is it's not in a museum, right?
Yeah.
So this is a device for holding kumkum, and this is made out of cow horn. So it's carved in, like hollowing out of a cow horn, right? And it's used to store tobacco, which is called as nasha. It's kind of like a earlier version of a cigarette. So this is a coin minted in 1836. Can you see?
I don't know, but then, yeah.
Yeah,
Trust you.
it says 1836, and you can see the slightly rough edges. It's quite thick also. This door is made out of a single piece of wood, and if you can come up closer, this is almost 3.5 inches thick. So it's like a big block of wood which becomes a door. So we've been walking through the coffee estates of this plantation, and as you can see, most of the leaves have dropped off. That's because the cherries have just been picked and the crop has just been harvested. Now, after the monsoon, these will become bushes of coffee again. In this estate, there's two types of coffee. There's Robusta and there's Arabica. There's a lot of other crops which are planted, like you have peppercorns, you have the arak leaves, the arak nuts, and there's also some trees of the Arabica and Robusta, because the preening was not done when they were younger. So when you have young coffee plants, they basically preen the leaves off and the little branches so that it doesn't grow into a tree. And that's how they maintain it at a bush level, which can be hand-picked. What you see here is a termite mound, and people associate termite mounds with snakes. But in truth, termite mounds are a place where snakes stay because they are thermoregulated. So the snakes will find that the temperatures in here are moderate and something that they can bear. And hence the urban myth that termite mounds are where snakes live. That is the Vainegada, which is used to make the local toddy. If you can see the flowers, the blossoms which come, apparently when the branch of the flower starts to pop out, that's where the sap is hidden. So they cut that out and make toddy from it.